I just made $400,000 in a single week off Bitcoin options, Forex day swing trading. Swipe up to get my course so you can see how I got a G-Wagon and you can get one too. Yo guys, what is up? I don't do any Forex trading or any like crypto trading or anything like that, or leverage trading. I mean, I don't have anything against it if you do. It's just not my own personal expertise or forte. But in today's video, I just kind of want to break down some of my income sources from the past month to show you guys a little bit of what's going on and how I was able to make over $10,000. And I mean, I don't have a regular job. I'm a full-time college student, so my income was a little bit lower than this throughout the school year because I had to spend more time doing homework and studying for exams and going to tutoring sessions and things like that. But ever since the whole illness broke out and classes were moved online, I think towards the end of like February, I've had more time to focus on and get my own personal work done. And just for a quick disclosure, I'm not trying to sell you guys any like online course or any online mentorship or anything like that. So you guys don't have to worry about me spamming your email with tons of emails a day, you know, trying to get you guys to buy Jose Rojas's online trading or e-commerce course. And I've been working on these income streams for a few years now. I'm 21 years old as of today, and I don't want this video to come off as like I'm trying to brag or I'm trying to show off or gloating or anything like that whatsoever. Which made me even a little bit hesitant about even making this video in the first place and talking about my own personal income sources or my own personal finances. But I just kind of want to give you guys a perspective and show you actually what's possible and maybe even give you guys some ideas for yourselves. So if you want to see more videos just like this one, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and drop a like if you find any value in this video. Let's get started up with it. My first source of income here kind of fluctuates depending on how the markets are moving for that given time frame. But this one actually comes when I sell securities or stocks or ETFs or mutual funds or whatever. And if you guys seen some of my previous videos, you guys can see that I do quite a bit of investing. And the last month I sold a good amount of my Uber shares and a good amount of my Facebook shares as well. And Facebook near its all-time high. My total profit for that was about $2,750. And my Facebook stock growth has been over the course of a few years. I purchased a good amount of Facebook stock a few years back when it was about $170 per share, and I just recently sold in June a few months ago at about $240 per share. So my total profit for that was $70 per share. And for Uber, I was just lucky enough to get Uber after its recent market sell-off a few months back. So I purchased a good amount of Uber at about $14 per share and sold all of it at about $33 per share. It was just a good decision to buy those companies at the given time. I don't consider myself a better investor than a lot of people, or, you know, I consider myself just average. The markets have just been going up over the past couple of years. And if you guys are interested in investing, I do have some videos you can check out on this channel as well. But just remember, I'm not a professional whatsoever. So make sure you make your own financial decisions and do your own research before doing any type of investing. Don't just go investing into like securities or stocks just because someone else tells you to. So for my second source of income here, it is through dropshipping products online. So just simple e-commerce, mainly through Shopify and a little bit of eBay as well. And for the month of June, I made a total of $6,727.25. I mainly do dropshipping, and I've mentioned this in some of my previous videos. For those of you that don't know what dropshipping is, it's basically you create an online store through the Shopify interface and you advertise and sell a product through a supplier at any price you want. And when your customer buys your product through your online store, you go and enter all their shipping info and then use the money they paid you to buy the actual product, and you have the supplier ship the product directly to them without the product ever actually going through you. You're just essentially kind of like the middleman throughout the whole scenario. So for example, you can sell like a lamp on your online store for like $25, and then you actually go and pay $4 for that lamp and like a Shopify fee and a shipping fee. You can end up profiting almost $15 to $20 per product you sell, depending on how big your margins are. And this business model is actually really my favorite because there's no limit to how many sales or how much money you can make a day. And I literally see people making thousands and tens of $1,000s a month through various types of drop shipping stores. It just honestly all comes down to your ability to market, have a good product, and just have effective advertising. This income source alone basically kept me alive throughout the whole school year because I really dislike working a regular job. I'm always so busy and I always have things that come up. So personally, I just like working around my own schedule and priorities. I can't just drop everything I need to, that I need to get done to go work at like some coffee shop on campus. That's just really not me. I'm not smarter than most people and I'm not talented by any means at all. But if I'm able to do these, then you guys can as well. That's just what I'm trying to show you. You just need to be willing to put in the time and have the motivation and drive to do so. Even though that sounds like 100% cheesy, it is definitely true. Okay, so moving on to my third income source. This is gonna come through my freelance photography work. As some of you might know, I do photography as a hobby and as a side income source. I sell sample photos to like magazines and articles that need pictures, and I also sell some of my work on websites like Fiverr, and occasionally, but rarely, I'll do like private photo shoots, but that's not too often. I really just enjoy taking pictures of my friends and sceneries just for fun, but last month I was able to make $475 on just my photography work alone. I don't really plan to make any more money through this income source, and I just don't really have like, I don't really want to make this into like a full-time thing and turn photography into like, my full-time job. I just really do photography for fun because you can be really creative, and I was just able to make some money off of, doing so off of my hobby. Just like I enjoy making these videos about like finance and investing, you can be just as creative and add your own style and touch to like the photos and videos you make. If you like photos or if you like photography, I made a whole Instagram just for my photos. So if you like that sort of thing, you guys could check out my photography page. I'll probably drop that somewhere around here. So yeah, if you like that sort of thing, just check that out. My last two sources of income here, they're typically more on the smaller end, but these are ones that anyone can do. If you're not really the type that's super creative and you don't want to really put yourself out there on the internet and make YouTube videos or anything like that, my next source of income here is through bank account savings interest. And you can do this even if you just have a couple $100s or even just a couple of dollars. This is interest that I get on my cash in a savings account, and I made $73 last month from just keeping cash spread out through a couple different savings accounts. This is one of the more safer investments you can do. It's insured by the government, and I think like my city savings bank account interest pays me like a 1.3% interest. And I also like to keep a nice amount of cash in high interest savings accounts, especially for times like this when there's a lot of uncertainty, things could come up, and there's lots of market volatility, because the last thing you want to do is go and invest a bunch of money or every single dollar you can into the markets, because you can lose a good amount of your money fairly quickly if there is some tragedy that were to happen, just like we saw a few months ago where the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 both crashed and lost more than 30% of their value. I also like to keep cash in high interest savings accounts to be protected against inflation, which I think most high interest savings accounts are pretty good on doing so. So when there's another investment or another good opportunity or a good deal on the market that I want to allocate my money towards, I'll then have the money to go and then invest into some opportunities that I like and opportunities that I see value in. So my last source of income here was through dividend payments that I received from stocks and REITs. And for the month of June, I received a total of $58 through last month's dividend payments. And for those of you that don't know what dividends are, they're just payments that some companies will pay you just for owning their shares. Blue chip companies are most likely the type to pay dividends, since these companies are so huge and they're making so much money that they don't know what to do with some of it. So they just end up paying back their shareholders as a thank you for investing into their company. It's just like that little extra cherry on top that you get paid a few times throughout the year. It's probably the best and the easiest way to start building some type of passive income, because you can literally just invest $100 into some blue chip companies that will pay you dividends, even though it's not much, and you'll probably only receive like $3 to $5 a year for your $100 investment. It definitely is a good place to start. That's gonna do it for today's video. I like to talk about personal finance, investing, and just the best way to build up one's own wealth. I'll definitely be discussing these topics in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do that, as well as hit that like button and follow me on Instagram. I really like taking pictures, so I'll frequently try to post on there whenever I have some time. I'll catch you guys in another video. Peace.